Today we are talking about a good jester, Beau Geste. I am José Manuel García-Lomas Allen-Perkins, President and first consultant of the firm García-Lomas Allen-Perkins, the ADO Corporation. In life, there are situations in which the human spirit shows all its greatness through what we could call a good gesture, in French, Beau Geste. And today I would like to refer to three stories that perfectly reflect this extraordinary quality. The first story. When I was very young, I saw a film called The Four Feathers, which impressed me very much, not only because of the film itself, but also because of the good gesture that the protagonist developed throughout the history of the film and its moral message. The movie The Four Feathers could be summarized in: when an army of dervishes attacks the British fortress of Khartoum in Sudan, Harry, the protagonist of the film, an English army officer, is called up with his regiment and sent to Africa. Harry feels full of doubts because of his pacifist spirit and renounces to embark with his regiment. Shocked by his son's decisions, Harry's father repudiates him for what his cowardice believes, and his friends and girlfriend call him a coward. For their part, Harry's three best friends, officials like him, send him a white feather, symbol of cowardness, while they leave to Africa with their army regiment. After some time, Harry embarks to Africa to redeem his honor, disguises himself as a mute dervish, and infiltrates the enemy. He managed to save the life of one of his friends, who has been badly wounded in battle and blinded by the effect of the extreme African desert sunshine. He puts in his friend's wallet the white feather, sends it to him without discovering who he was, his real identity. Months pass, and at the end they all, now back in England, discover Harry's good gesture, and the story has a happy ending, a Beau Geste. This film expresses the capacity of heroism, surrender, sacrifice, and pride that the human being is capable of everything out when circumstances demand it. Good gesture, Beau Geste. The second story. I also knew another case investigated in Nature, the case of the solidarity altruistic rabbits. Since it seemed that there had been occasions that in the middle of the hunt the dogs are chasing a rabbit they have discovered. In a moment of maximum exhaustion of the rabbit by the exhausting race to which they are subjecting him by the hunters chasing dogs, our rabbit not being able to run more because his total exhaustion, he takes refuge in some bushes. There he finds another rabbit of his litter that, when seeing the exhaustion of his friend, decides to go out to refresh from the bushes and to take the relief to his friend so that he recovers. The rabbit friend now comes out of the bushes and is chased by the hunter's dogs, who believe it is the same exhausted rabbit they chase and who perhaps had taken some breath in the bushes. until they, the dogs, have made him to go out, and now they will catch him, given his exhaustion, they believe. Good gesture, that of the bunny friend, relieving his exhausted friend and willing to sacrifice his life for his companion. Good gesture, Beau Geste. The third story refers to Hollywood's American actor Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, in a movie called Every Which Way But Loose, Clint is a tough fighter who goes through small towns in the American West, challenging the strongest of each town to a fight. And the winner will take the bets made by the people of the town and Clint Eastwood's own clan friends. In one of the fights with the people's fort, Clint realizes the weaknesses of his rival and begins to defeat him exaggeratedly. At that moment, when his rival is almost defeated, he sees the poor quality of the neighbors of his rival's town, because seeing him as a loser, they begin to mock and laugh at him in a scandalous way. Clint Eastwood looks at the people and sees their lack of compassion for their neighbor who is mocked and insulted. At that moment, Clint empathizes in such a way with his practically defeated rival that in an act of extreme generosity, he decides to let himself be defeated and lose the bag of money of the bet, where his own money also went. His companions do not come out of his astonishment because they saw him victorious and how in a moment he let himself be defeated. Even his rival looks at him when he is already a winner, and in his eyes is the understanding of the act of extreme generosity that Clint has had with him, because he already knew he was beaten when Clint let himself be lost. Good gesture, Beau Geste. And in the business world, what to do when you lose an important transaction with a client? There are commercial salesmen that cannot avoid their bad mood, their feeling of frustration, of loss of something they gave for doing. And what is worse, the client notices it, he perceives it, because even the commercial make it known with unfortunate comments, which go as far as bad education and bad manners. With it, that commercial does a bad service to himself, demonstrating its lack of knowledge to lose. And possibly in that moment not only loses that operation but the client forever. So, how do you act in this difficult situation? Well, with elegance and intelligence, not showing our displeasure for not having achieved the operation, thanking in any case to the client for his attention given throughout the process, pointed out that the client other decision is also timely because it is your decision, letting him know without acrimony that our proposal we consider that it would have been better for him, but that we respect his decision and that we remain at his disposal for the future to assist him when he needs us. All this with a positive attitude on our part, with kindness and good manners, without showing displeasure or anger, and always leaving the open door for the next occasion. If we act like this, we'll be at the very moment selling ourselves for a next chance. A good gesture, Beau Geste. If you are interested in our videos, I suggest that you give a like and subscribe to our channel for the videos that are to come.